Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Enrique and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Usur.
Today's hit music.
In the news tonight, stop work order issued for Fiji's tallest building. Budget debate continues in Parliament. And sugar sector remains government's priority.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Tonight, FBC News can reveal that a stop work order has been issued against the construction of the WG Friendship Plaza in Suva. Dubbed as the tallest building in the Pacific, the skyscraper is alleged to have broken boundary laws. The Suva City Council stepped in after plaza works encroached into the property of Holy Trinity Anglican Primary School. Kelly Vathala reports.
Breaking into the skies of Suva, this building has also broken laws pertaining to boundaries around it.
Yes, Suva City Council had issued a stop work notice for WG Friendship Plaza, and the reason was encroachment. However, the developers have come back to me requesting if they can be given 1 week to tidy up the place. Like they have to seal the steel work and clear the rubbish, etc. So they wanted a relaxation for 1 week.
The Holy Trinity Anglican School management confirms the developers dug into their boundary. A report has been launched and the matter is now before the courts. The no-nonsense minister says she has had a meeting with the developers on the matter and they have a week to clear out.
We had a meeting last week where they requested 1 week of waiver. So I've given them 1 week to tidy up the place, and then the stop work notice will continue.
FBC News spoke with the developers of WG Friendship Plaza who have confirmed receiving the work stop order but would not further comment on the issue. This is the latest saga for the owners of the property, as last year concerns were raised about the quality of materials being used in construction. Kelly Vathala, FBC News.
Opposition Whip Linda Timboya says the national budget is one mired in austerity measures. The vocal MP maintains that commercial banks have tightened their lending and interest rates have increased in response to the global economic slowdown. Maggie Boyle reports.
And realizes the dreams and aspirations of our people in the first 3 words of this Constitution, we the people.
With more than half the House already having responded to the budget, the script is clear. Opposition against and government in support.
This is an austerity budget. An austerity budget is defined as a budget with policies that aim to reduce government budget deficits through spending cuts, tax increases, or a combination of both.
And as the first MP to highlight a liquidity issue which was denounced by the Governor of the Reserve Bank, Tambour continues to pronounce financial hardships.
Now, the facts are these. The interest rates have gone up. Interest rates have gone up. Aggressive term deposit drives by the banks to raise cash. Loan settlements have been postponed in some cases.
A shared sentiment from her colleague Nico Nawaikula, who laments the budget cutbacks.
It's very, very sorry. Where's the boom in that? It's not a boom here. This one is boom. Honorable Prime Minister said boom is to clean up. But they have cleaned up all our money. So it's kaboom.
Opposition MPs overall so far outright rejecting the budget, mocking the boom as a bombastic tactic by the government to wash clean the budgets of the past for a lean and mean new one. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Rise to be a statesman and not a politician. Contributing to the national budget debate, Opposition MP Filipe Tuisawao says the government should move towards solving problems, a comment refuted by government leader in Parliament Inyese Ruratu. Sainiani Boyle reports.
By firstly you answering the letter.
Opposition MP Filipe Tuisawao today claimed in Parliament that opposition members represented almost 50% of ordinary Fijians, so working together is crucial.
You need to move above your current politics and get above to statehood. Be a statesman. Can you be a statesman? That's what I'm asking. When you are statesman, you work towards resolving problems. But at the moment, you cannot rise to that level.
In response, Defense Minister Inia Seriratu says the government is well ahead with its schedule and needs to cut out those that lag behind.
We are at the crossroads. Some of us want to move forward, and that's this side of the house, and we need to maintain that. But some are undecided and stagnant, and some are living in the past, Honorable Speaker. For some, I would propose we need to get rid of them. That is what a farmer would do when crops are not yielding.
Meanwhile, opposition MP Peveli Bosanimbola also gave a negative comment on the budget, saying that the government should make use of the alternatives from the opposition to move the country forward. While backbencher Rohit Sharma says having a secure budget for Fijians is always a priority for the Fiji First government. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
National Federation Party leader Professor Biman Prasad claims the government has run out of money. Prasad says this is reflective in the drastic cutback of the 2019-2020 national budget. Lena Rees reports.
While contributing to the budget debate, Professor Prasad highlighted that while he listened to the budget speech, he felt sorry for the Minister for Economy, Aya Said Kayum, claiming he looked like he did not want to be present in Parliament.
And he looked like a man who didn't want to talk about the budget. So he did. He did talk about the opposition. He talked about the National Bank of Fiji. He talked about school gardening competitions. He talked about how children jump on milk cartons. But he did not talk why the government has no money.
Agriculture and Waterways, Dr. Mahendra Reddy stated that there are a number of organizations that have applauded the budget and its vision.
Whenever an academic makes a statement, Honorable Speaker says it should be based on research, logic and reasoning. Because you're gonna direct the society in that particular course. It's unfortunate that some of the economists are making statements without proper research, logic, and reasoning. Honorable Speaker said, Honorable Prasad said that the global economy is not shrinking, it's growing. Look, ANZ economy is based in Sydney. Kirsty Sen has applauded the budget, saying that it's the right budget to deal with the local and global scenarios.
Dr. Reddy also took a swipe at opposition members for making unsubstantiated claims about the agriculture sector and has urged them to read the budget supplements carefully. Lena Rees, FBC News.
The sugar sector continues to be a priority for the government with an increased allocation in the new financial year. Sugar Minister Vurenge Bainimarama says farmers will continue to benefit from the guaranteed cane prices of $85 a tonne over the next 2 years. The Fijian cane price is $30 more than the current global price for sugar. In addition, Bainimarama says there is a comprehensive subsidy package to further support the sector, from weedicide to fertilizers, as well as a mechanization program.
The 2019-2020 budget increases the allocation for the sugar industry to $70.4 million, up $8 million from last year. That allocation, Honourable Speaker, will continue to fund the sweeping range of support my government has introduced to assist our farmers as part of a strategic game plan for achieving long-term viability for this industry.
Still to come, stray dog control campaign for the West. And Farmers Union president questioned by police. Details after the break.
Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Oya uvasit sai sai lambasa, ya ndo talita ina warro nambula FM nambandua ya nasere.
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warro nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Wana tumela nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere nawaluan.
Na evengo fanya na tao.
Opposition Member of Parliament Rotemu Mukepa has questioned the cutbacks to the education sector. In responding to the national budget in Parliament yesterday, the former Education Minister says the drastic budget reduction of some $200 million raises more questions than answers. Rotemu, while rejecting the budget, says it's distressing to think about how the education sector will continue to function effectively with such a significant chop to its allocation.
That this 802.6 million budget is 200 million less than last year's budget of 1 billion should be cause for concern. So where is the boom? Why the decrease? Let me try to explain. Firstly, we hear the ministry is undergoing an organizational structure to streamline its systems and strengthen its capacity to respond to the current needs of the sector. How they determine the current needs of the sector, no one yet knows.
The Agriculture Ministry will begin its stray dog control campaign in the Western Division tonight. This follows the recent attack on 2-year-old Amari Whippy in Nandi by stray dogs. Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says the 8-week control program includes baiting and trapping, education and awareness, licensing and registration. The public is encouraged to contact their nearest agriculture office, police station or town council for any assistance in the control of stray dogs in their respective areas.
If we find that the dogs are out on the open and they don't have a license or a collar, the dogs will be trapped and we will take the dogs away. Female dogs will be neutered. We'll look at possible owners for the dogs, and if not, we will give it to SPCA. They could have the dogs there.
2 men charged with the murder of 23-year-old Isikeli Rambuka appeared at the Nandi Magistrates Court today. Eroni Vangewa and Emoni Saukiwere have been charged with 1 count each of murder. It is alleged the two in their 30s had beaten Rambuka to death during a drinking session on the 1st of this month. The 2 men have also indicated in court that they will be seeking private legal representation for their case. The case will be called next Wednesday at the Lautoka High Court. 8 men charged with allegedly attacking police officers at Mid Road in Namboa last year have been further remanded. Chone Vakarisi, Tevita Mbulanai Valu, Lendua Ngundru, Sekove Serukalo, Chese Sorovi, Tony Sokoiwasa, Chanel Antonio, and Mark Ross appeared before the Suva Magistrates Court today. The 8 have been charged with failing to produce driver's licenses, failing to obey traffic direction, dangerous driving, and criminal intimidation, damaging property, resisting arrest, and driving a motor vehicle without a license. It's alleged the suspects attacked 3 police constables and a special constable who were on patrol. The 8 will reappear in court on Thursday. National Farmers Union President Surendra Lal has been taken in for questioning by police. Lal was taken into custody yesterday following claims that he was threatening to disrupt the harvesting process. The president has been vocal in media ahead of the crushing season at the Lambasa mill, claiming farmers were not given enough time to prepare. Lal had earlier told FBC News that the 4th cane payment was received late and farmers couldn't prepare in time for the crushing. Crushing at the Lambasa mill began last Wednesday. And later in sports with Jamie, Saifiti ready for Origin debut, but first Rachel joins us for the latest in business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. 5.8% increase in Vista arrivals. And in growing Fiji, VIP haircut services for men. Stay with us.
For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Leading business tonight, Vista arrivals for the first 4 months of this year recorded a 5.8% increase, with earnings reaching over 366 million. This was highlighted by Tourism Minister Pramila Kumar during the budget debate in Parliament. Kumar says with Fiji Airways 2 A350s coming in the new financial year, the tourism industry will get a bigger footprint and world-class experience. The minister also highlighted a number of capital projects that will be completed in the next financial year.
The projects that are expected to be completed in 2019-2020 financial year are Namaka, Reki and Langere markets, swimming pool in Lotoka, Govind Park Stadium in Ba, construction of restroom in Korovo, upgrade of Children's Park in Lambasa and Asinu, and construction of municipal mini markets in Nakasi, Mid Road, and RB Center Point in Suva, and VM Pele Road in Lotoka. Construction work will commence for improvement of ventilation and lighting at Lotoka Market and installation of floodlights at Churchill Park.
Kumar says the 2019-2020 national budget builds on a plan for a stronger economy, an economy that benefits Fijians, their families and businesses. And Sharon from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the Money World.
The investors are in a watch-and-wait mode ahead of this week's key decision by the Federal Reserve. The central bank is expected to leave borrowing cost unchanged this time, but possibly lay the groundwork for a rate cut later this year. The Australian Central Bank's meeting minutes released today noted that the outlook for the Australian economy remained reasonable, with the low interest rate environment supporting the economy. The RBA had earlier cut rates to a record low of 1.25% to support the slowing economy. Their house price index data showed that all their cities reported property price falls in the first quarter. The report cited that tight credit supply and reduced demand from investors and owner-occupiers pressured house prices. Meanwhile, key stats released from New Zealand showed that their consumer confidence declined at below average levels in the June quarter. And that's all from HFC Bank for now. Finaka.
Thanks, Sharon. Here are today's exchange rates as it was set this morning. Our dollar continued making good progress, with Fiji being on the top of all the major currencies we trade with. We only slipped slightly against the Aussie dollar. Onto the commodities market, a day after an increase, oil prices were down to $51.84 per barrel. Gold went up a few cents to close at $1,340 per ounce, and silver closed at $14.84 an ounce. And in Going Fiji tonight, the demand for Fijians of having VIP hair salons has seen Supercuts open its second outlet in Suva. It's a new trend in the country where customers, particularly men, now want to walk in and walk right out after having a haircut and not having to wait in a queue. Supercuts is offering just that and more, actually, and Koroi Tandulala paid a visit earlier today.
The demand for grooming is hitting new heights, with Fiji now seeing the expansion of saloons to VIP status.
We have bring something different level from like a standard of like overseas. For the customers, we want to make them happy when they come for haircut here. They come so clean, so hygienic, and they get good service.
With the numerous hair salons and barbershops around the country, Supercuts Premium is setting a higher standard in the industry, prioritizing men's haircut and further improving their services.
We have got a VIP room here for the diplomat clients. They can come because nowadays time is everything. Time is money. So nobody wants to wait. So for them there's a special room there, VIP.
For the first two customers, the VIP experience is something that will surely bring them back to the chairs of Supercuts.
Here basically is that you're in, they service your hair, you walk out.
Hairdresser is quite friendly customer service and all, so that's why we regularly come here.
Hussain says plans are in place to further expand their services to the Western and Northern Division. Koroi Tandulala, FBC News.
And that's a wrap from the business desk for tonight. Jamie's up next with sports.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening in sports tonight. Krishna confirms next move. And one more chance remaining for Fiji Rugby under 20s. Details coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jackson Nasori.
I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nosori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
It's now official. Our biggest football star, Roy Krishna, is headed to India. After weeks of speculation, Krishna has finally put pen to paper in a one-year deal with Kolkata-based club ATK. Akula Dama has more.
Having won just about every award in the A-League this season, it will be new beginnings for Roy Krishna, and along with it comes cultural history.
No, I think it was not just more about football, it was more about my wife as well, where she can get used to the weather and the culture, and I think India was the best option, and she's still giving me this, that, 140 years ago that my forefathers came this side, and now I'm going on the other side, so yeah, something to give back, but yeah, I'm looking forward for this journey. It all came down to who values me more, and who wanted me more than anyone else, and I never feel that that the clubs that wanted me more in the A-League than the overseas clubs, and India was there from thick and thin, and obviously it was an easy decision when I came home, and especially talking to my parents, and yeah, and they were happy that I made the right decision, and yeah, I'm just excited to go to India. I'm going to Wellington tomorrow to bring back all my stuff, because I've been living there for 10 years. So yeah, obviously I have few great friends and few families that I made through, and obviously we would love to go back and just say thank you to them.
The Fiji Under-20 rugby side went down to Georgia at the World Rugby Junior Championship today. The result leaves the national side with only one more chance to avoid relegation to the Under-20 trophy competition by beating Scotland in the 11th place playoff this weekend. Nanrunga Rugby admits it'll be an uphill battle in Suva this Saturday. With last year's Skipper Cup Grand Final loss to Suva still fresh in their minds, the Stallions are leaving no stones unturned in the lead-up to the much-anticipated 2019 final at ANZ Stadium. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Nanrunga is out to avenge its loss to Suva in last year's final, but the side also knows it will be a daunting task.
Nanrunga has won this cup many times, but then it goes back to the current form. So in terms of the current form, we're looking at Suva as the team to beat, and Suva, that's the tough road for us to actually walk this week.
Scraping 33-31 to Netasiri in the semi-finals last weekend, the Stallions have been ironing out their mistakes for the showdown with Suva.
We are worried to go to into this finals to execute the game plan well and do what is needed of each individual. And as a team, we can beat Suva in this final.
Nanrunga will also be missing players like Soweli Lutumailangi, Ifiremi Tovilevu, and Apisalami Wangatambu, who have been called up for the Fijian Latui side.
We have high hopes and faith in those players that will be stepping up to fill in those vacuum.
Nanrunga have tagged themselves as the underdogs for this final, stating that Suva is the unbeaten team in the Skipper Cup competition and also the defending champions for the Skipper Cup. The two sides will meet this Saturday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva at 3 p.m. Felipe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Fiji-born Sevu Rees has been crowned the Investec Super Rugby Rookie of the Year. The 22-year-old enjoyed his debut season with the Crusaders, having so far scored 13 tries in just 11 appearances. He's also currently the top try scorer for the season. Rees accumulated 19 rookie watch points across the season, exceeding Blues loose forward Tom Robinson by 2 points. Current and former Fiji Sevens players are in Taviuni to play in the Ranrandra Sevens tournament. The players include 2017-18 World Rugby Sevens Rookie of the Year Roni Sau, Alessio Nanduba, Amniasi Tui Mamba, Waisea Dhungu, Terrio Tamani, and others. Overseas-based players who are also at the tournament include Eto Nambuli, Semi Kunatani, Metuisela Talimbula, Joshua Tuisoba, and Semi Ranrandra. The Fiji Sevens players will feature as guest players in some teams. Ranrandra is sponsoring the Sevens tournament, which includes an under-20 rugby competition and women's netball competition, offering a total of $20,000 in prize money. Former Fiji Mbati rep and New South Wales forward Daniel Saifiti is expecting Queensland to niggle and place a target on his head when he makes his State of Origin debut on Sunday night. The 23-year-old told New South Wales RugbyLeague.com that he has giant shoes to fill, coming in for injured Newcastle teammate David Clemmer. Daniel, who has played 3 tests for Fiji, is the twin brother of Jacob Saifiti, who has pulled out of the Mbati side. Apart from Latrell Mitchell's surprising axing for Game 2, the choice of Saifiti has arguably been the most talked about selection. However, the man himself cares little for the bemusement some may share and insists he's ready to prove himself in the do-or-die showdown against the Maroons. Samoa will not be able to cater for Fiji's entire Pacific Games contingent at one time during the regional competition. This has been confirmed by Team Fiji's head of delegation, Patrick Bauer. With 460 athletes and team officials traveling from Fiji, Bauer says they have made arrangements on how they can facilitate them during the 2 weeks of competition.
We can't all be there at the same time. We've got to take one group across that will be participating on the first week, and when they are completely over, we will facilitate for them to come back after the first week. And when the flight are over, will bring those who will be taking over their accommodation.
The Pacific Games will be held from the 7th to the 20th of next month in Apia, Samoa. 8 athletes who had qualified for the Pacific Games under the A qualifying standards will be heading out to the Oceania Championship in Townsville, Australia next week. The 8 athletes are Mbanube Tambakaudhoro, Malakai Kaiwalu, Chantel Lockington, Kameli Saundundua, Petro Vitangomaki, Mustafa Fall, Anna Kaludhaba, and Vilimaina Naituku. Athletics Fiji's sectional manager Joseph Roden Jr. says following the competition in Australia, the athletes will return to Fiji to take part in the Oceania Permit meet in Lautoka. He says this is also a World Championship qualifier.
They're under the guidance of the coach. We have sessions going on at 4:30 in the morning and others from 5:30 to 7 in the evening. So yeah, I mean, we leave all of that to the coaches, but we've been turning up, watching them do their stuff, go through their preparations.
West Indies cricket captain Jason Holder says his team has to play every game it has left at the ICC Cricket World Cup as a final. In today's play of the day, Alexandra Popp scoring through a beautifully timed header for Germany in their Women's Football World Cup match against South Africa this morning. Germany went on to win the match 4-0. That's it from sports tonight. You can join Angie later on with weather, and in our new media segment, how many vacation selfies are too many? Find out after the break.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
A new media posting vacation pics to Instagram. Here's how many is too many. Weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Wonderful sunny periods were experienced in towns and cities of Fiji. The mornings and nights are quite chilly. Prepare yourselves as we enter the cold season. Now taking a look in the west, a grand entrance of sunshine which stayed throughout. I am pretty sure those on vacation this side are having their sunny moments. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, sunny but cool. The evening will see brief showers but otherwise all fine. And up north, a pretty sight of pure sunshine. At sea, southeast winds 20 knots with moderate seas. For the tides, high tide at 7:44 p.m. and low tide at 1:32 a.m. Sunrise at 6:36. For tomorrow, it's the climb till we roll down towards the weekend. The weather will be much like today. Tomorrow's temps, majority centers will see high 20s. And looking further on to Thursday, slight showers will be around, but it won't be around for long. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, what do you think of the opposition bringing laundry detergent into Parliament?
What I thought they doing in the Parliament was funny.
And I think it's not relevant because what they did, teasing each other in the Parliament, it's not really good because they should focus on important stuff.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny.
I think it's time that something like that happened. Things that never used to happen is now happening. I think we should just sit back and observe what happens.
What they did was very childish. They have the right to convey their own opinion.
In the world of the weird but maybe not so wonderful, a Pakistani minister caught with a cat filter on Facebook Live is now being trolled. Recapping the main stories for tonight, stop work order issued for Fiji's tallest building. Budget debate continues in Parliament. And sugar sector remains government's priority. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. A poll question we're asking: should municipal councils take a lead role in capturing stray dogs? Visit our FBC website to answer. Our shot of the day sent in by Thangiva, a beautiful sunny day at the Blue Lagoon Resort in the Azores. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj. Share it with us via Facebook page, FBC News. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news, #FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Bula, neva ngomal kay leloma, ngongai nakas ondo magrong ng Bula FM, nambando ay nasere.
Hoya ubasit sai lambasa, ya ondo talita ino warong ng Bula FM, nambando ay nasere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambando ay nasere. Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambando ay nasere nawaluan.
Neva ngofanya na tao ne ngo singa toka, kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM, nambando ay nasere.
Bula FM, nambando ay nasere.